not able to prepare PPT, but I have a word sheet and I will be explaining those 20 problems with the concepts in that one, boss. So without making any delay, and I'm very happy that there are second year students who have joined it, and there are third year students also. And for second year and third year students, I feel this Prerana program will be a super program, boss. Even our college has introduced for third year people, QLR is there, and really that subject will help you when you go and write any campus exam, or when you go and write a gate exam or any other exam, friends. Then you will know, yes, that program helped me, like that you will definitely realize that one. Okay. And it's my almost fourth hour today. I'm full energetic, and I request everyone to respond also whenever I ask you to respond. Right, right. So without any further delay, let's enter into today's topic, boss. And the topic is number systems. See, my intention is I want to explain all these 20 questions in today's class. Let's see how many questions we can complete. Okay, we have questions and answers. We'll try to answer them in shortcut ways. Whenever, wherever required, I will try to provide you shortcuts also. Before going to this, wait a second. Next class, I will try to come with the PPT. Or if you are comfortable in this, then we will go here. Friends, please take your notebooks and take your pen and start copying whatever I speak over here. Generally, guys, you can see number systems. If you open any competitive book, boss, if you open RS Agarwal also, around you will have 100 to 150 pages, and around 500 to 1000 questions in number system. Not only in that one, boss, you take any topic. Nowadays different models are there, and we need to take care of them. For example, if you are preparing for gate, then you read gate related books. If you are preparing for CRTs, of course CRTs and gate related are very near, and CGL level is different, and banks level is different. As per your request, I'll try to give you all the models, and the topic is number system, boss. Okay, right. Generally, numbers, right? Numbers, whole numbers. See, I'm not going to tell all those things. Numbers, whole numbers, even numbers, all those things are very well known to you. Today, we will mainly see LCM and HCF, few problems from LCM and HCF, and few problems from unit digit finding. Very important concept, unit digit finding. And number three, mm, number of trailing zeros, number of trailing zeros. And number four, we will find problems on divisibility rules. First, we will find problems on divisibility rules, and we will see problems, some miscellaneous problems, some all kind of mixed problems, right? So we will see almost these five kind of problems in given 20 problems, was around 4 to 5 problems from each concept here will be doing, bus. Okay, now let's discuss one by one. Let me tell you divisibility rules. Itla చేద్దామా క్వశ్చన్ దగ్గర పోయేద్దామా. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. What is the strength? The count is not displaying here. By 53. That's good. Good strength. Okay, guys. So let's move with the divisibility rules, boss. Divisibility rules. Okay. In the childhood, I think in the fifth standard or fourth standard, we uh, already learned these divisibility rules. Let me recall them once again. Okay, divisibility rule of 2. Can you tell me what is the divisibility rule of 2? Just recall them, boss. And if you forget, if you feel that you forgot them, then you can note that divisibility rule also. And if you find any new divisibility rule, then you can note that new one also. Okay, divisibility rule of 2. Divisibility rule of 2. Pen, come on. Okay, guys. Generally, any number which is see, if the units place of a given number is even number, then that number is divisible by 2. So that thing is very well known to you. Let me take one number 2, 3, 4. So the units place is having even number in it, then this number is divisible by 2. If the units place is not having even number, then that is not divisible by 2. So that is divisibility rule for 2, very well known to you. And what about the divisibility rule for 3? Please respond. Do you know what is the divisibility rule for 3? See, on divisibility rules also you may find problems, boss. So divisibility rule of 3. Guys, see, let me take a number 1, 2, 3, 4, and let me take a number 1, 56. Will it go? Okay, we have one number here 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have um, 36. Okay, smaller number I am taking. Now let's verify. See, the divisibility rule of 3 and divisibility rule of 9 are same. The divisibility rule of 3 and the divisibility rule of 9 are same, but see, in both the cases what we do is we find sum of the digits, boss. We find sum of the given digits. So sum of the given digits, you can see 4 plus 3 7, 7 plus 2 9, 9 plus 1 10. So sum of the digits is 10, and in this case sum of the digits is 6 plus 3 9, boss. So after finding the sum of the digits, we will check if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, then the given number is divisible by 3. If the sum of the digits is not divisible by 3, then the given number is not divisible by 3. So in this case, as 10 is not divisible by 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 is not divisible by 3. Similarly, 10 is not divisible by 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is also not divisible by 9. And here 36, sum of the, of course 36 is known to you, sum of the digits is 9, and 9 is divisible by 3, then 36 is divisible by 3. Similarly, 9 is divisible by 9, so 36 is divisible by 9 also. So divisibility rule of 3 and 9 are same. I hope you understood. Just copy them very fastly. Just a second, just a second. Okay, now boss, I'll go with next divisibility rule, that is divisibility rule of 4. Divisibility rule of 4. So divisibility rule of 4 was, let me take a number and explain you. We have 2, 3, 4, 6. And divisibility rule of 4 says, divisibility rule of 4 says, if the number formed by the last two digits is divisible by 4, then the total number is divisible by 4. If the number formed by the last two digit is divisible by 4, then the total number is divisible by 4. So let's see, 46 is the number formed by the last two digit, and if I divide it by 4, it is not perfectly divisible. You can see over here 11 fours are 44 and 2 is the remainder. So this number is not perfectly divisible by 4. So you can say 2, 3, 4, 6 also not divisible by 4. Done. Boss, these are well-known facts to you, and I have 20 questions to discuss. So I'm just speeding up. Okay. Now next I have next divisibility rule for 5. Divisibility rule for 5. If the given number units place is having either 0 or 5, then that number will be divisible by 5. Let me take one example. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 0. If the units place is having 0 in it, or if the units place is having 5 in it, then that number will be perfectly divisible by 5. So this is divisibility rule of 5. And divisibility rule of 6. Divisibility rule of 6 says 6 can be written in this form 2 into 3. So the given number should be divisible by 2 and divisible by 3. Then the given number is divisible by 6. Okay. Come on, guys. You're following, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So after this, my friends, let me go to another divisibility rule of 7. Divisibility rule of 7. Important, boss. Divisibility rule of 7. Let me take one number 2, 3, 4, and let me check whether it is divisible by 7 or not. Let me take one more number 343, and let me check whether it is divisible by 7 or not. And let me take one more number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and check whether it is divisible by 7 or not. Okay. Boss, to check, we have two steps. First step I am writing here. Take the unit digit. Step 1, take the unit digit. Okay, I am taking it. Step 2, boss, double the unit digit. I am doubling it. It is 8. Now step 3, boss, I am writing over here. Step 3, uh, you just leave this unit digit and take the remaining number. Whatever the number is there, you take that remaining number and you subtract this 8 from that number. You subtract step 2 from that number. Then 23 minus 8, it is 15, boss. As this 15 is not divisible by 7, this 234 is not divisible by 7. So if you do this subtraction, if you get 0 or 7 or 14 or any 7 multiple, then you can say that this number will be divisible by 7. So 7 divisibility rule, we have 3 steps, boss. First step, you take the unit digit. Second step, you double the unit digit, and you subtract the doubled value. You subtract this value from the number formed by the remaining digits in the given number, right? And if the result is divisible by 7, then the given number is divisible by 7. This is the trick. Now tell me whether 343 is divisible by 7 or not. Whether 343 is divisible by 7 or not. Come on, I think there are around 60 people, and I feel 60 out of 60 people are genius, and I want answer from you.
Divisible, sir.
You know 343, can you tell me what is 7 cube?
343.
Then why are you taking this much time to answer? It's 343, obviously divisible by 7, right? Okay, although you want to follow our method, let me follow the method. Actually the method is important here. 343, so take the unit digit and double it and subtract from the remaining number. So I'm taking the unit digit and doubling it and subtracting from the remaining number. Then I got 28. 28 is perfectly divisible by 7, so 343 is perfectly divisible by 7, right? Hmm. And my dear friends, if you can observe one more number here. Oh, I think I will eat all the time if I go with the all concepts. Okay, we'll do, boss. We'll jump to the problems, and whenever concept required, I will tell you the concept. Okay. So here you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you want to say whether it is divisible, again you can apply the above method, boss. But if you observe the number is very big. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Number is very big. If you take unit digit and this digit 7 and you double it and you subtract, then how many steps will be there? Okay, you have to keep repeating these steps until and unless you confirm whether the given number is divisible or not. Okay, in that case, boss, we have one more method. Let me take let me add some other numbers also. The method is, please listen carefully. We have step 1 here. Step 1, we have to divide the given numbers. We have to make 3 pairs from right hand side, boss. We have to divide 3 pairs from right hand side. Okay. And we have to add in the step 2, we have to add alternate pairs, boss. We have to add alternate pairs. If I have one more pair here, then I will be adding that pair to this 2 3 4 bus. But I don't have alternate pair, so I'm just leaving that. Now let us add alternate pairs. 5 6 7 and 0 2 3, it is 10 and 9, it's 590 bus. And here the alternate pair is 234, right? Now subtract that alternate pair. Now this is step 3 boss. Now subtract that sum of the alternate pairs was. So I'm subtracting here. I have 6 and 8 3 5 5 2 3. So 356 I have. Now I will have to check whether 356 is divisible by 7 or not. If this 356 is divisible by 7, then this total number will be divisible by 7. Again I will be going with my old procedure. 356, take the unit digit and double it and subtract from the remaining. So I'm taking, I have doubled here and subtracting from the remaining. I got 23. I clearly know 23 is not divisible by 7. So this number is also not divisible by 7. I hope you got it. Any difficulties, you can ask me.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, guys. So this is the for big numbers when it comes, we will be verifying boss. And as I explain all the concept, divisibility rules and above concepts, boss, we have
Sir,
focus. Please tell me.
sir, for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there are only two pairs. Then we have to directly differentiate that pair, sir.
No, no. In that case also, in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me take, madam. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is right. In that case also, from right hand side, you make three digit pairs, madam. Now you do the subtraction. 5 6 7 234. Here you will have 3 and 3. अच्छा त्रिभुज क्या गया? Okay, not issue. Take the unit digit, double it, and subtract from the remaining digits. It's 30 minus 3. It's 27. Yes, 27 is divisible by 7. Then it should be divisible by 7. You can verify also. 27 is divisible by 7. Is divisible?
No,
No,
sir.
no. I'm thinking that as 9. So 27 is not divisible. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is also not divisible, my friends. This is the uh, 7 divisibility rule. And actually, what I'm thinking is if I keep on explaining, it will take 1 or 2 more hours. So let me jump to the questions. Wherever concepts required, I will be discussing that concepts over there. Okay. Mhm. And my friends, today I will try to explain you the concept as well as the questions. It's your responsibility to practice at home. 54, any increase in number? I think at the time that was 50. Okay, now we'll go to the problem, boss. We have problem number 1. The question is, find the greatest number that will divide 43, 91, and 183 so as to leave the same remainder in each case. And we have options also. I'll give you 1 minute to answer it. Guruji, please do it. Question number 1 answer please. To leave the same remainder in each case. So you must have to know LCM and HCF. Of course, you know how to find LCM and HCF, right? Any answers from third years? We have gone this kind. Okay. Okay, guys, let's go to the. I'm audible, right? You are there, but I'm expecting third years to answer that question because I think IT na Miru CSC, right? For third year CSC, I have gone them. We have discussed this topic, so I expected, right? So you can see, guys, find the greatest number. Great. We have two concepts: was LCM and HCF, right? Least common multiple and highest common factor. Okay, we have LCM and HCF. When they are asking for a greatest number, when they are asking for a greatest number, we must have a we must idea must generate in our mind. They are asking for highest common factor HCF. Greatest number will be HCF. Okay, if they are asking for a least number, then you will have to check. Yes, you have to find LCM in that question. So here find the greatest number that will divide 43, 91, 183 so as to leave the same remainder in each case. Acha, if we find the greatest number, if we find the HCF of these numbers, that will divide with the 49, 91 and 183, then boss, we will answer this question in two ways, boss. Let me answer the question here. Okay, let me answer here only. అంటే మీకు ఎల్సిఎం హెచ్సిఎఫ్ తెలియాలి కదా బాస్. Boss, generally you know how to find LCM and how to find HCF, right? So I'm assuming that you know how to find, or you can find C12, 24, some 30 we
Four,
have.
sir,
Answer 4. Okay. Thank you, madam, for your help. You know the HCF, how to find the HCF, right? If three numbers are there and if you want to find the HCF, then you will be doing like this. I'll tell you both the ways, boss. But logically listen. See, let me answer first. We have find the greatest number that will divide 43, 91, 183. If we find HCF, if we find HCF here, HCF of 43 and 91. Firstly, we will find HCF for 91 and 183 and 183. So 92 times it goes 182. One we have, and one cannot be the answer because the see 1 and 41, 43 HCF will be again one, boss. 143, 43 goes 1 into 43 times. So this cannot be the answer. So we are doing a wrong way. Means actually what I told you just now is find the greatest number. Whenever this statement you find, you generate an idea that we have to find HCF of the given numbers, right? Okay, so what actually we have to do is this is you know this is second step problem. Generally, if we ask you to find what is the HCF of 13, 14, HCF of 13, 14 and 23, then you will be simply directly applying your division method to find that But this question you see here, they want a same remainder, boss. When they want same remainder, what we have to do is we have to find the difference between the numbers, and we have to find the uh, difference between the numbers 91 minus 43 and 183 minus 91 and 183 minus 43. Then we will have result, right? We will have numbers, right? For those numbers you will have to find the HCF, then you will get something 4 as your answer. You can do over here also. It's 90 minus 42. 90 minus 42, how much was 8? 54. So 58 we have. 58, this is 183, so 92 we have. 92, and here 183 minus 43. 183 minus 43, 0 0, and it's 140 we have. Now you find HCF for 92, 140 and 58, then you will have answer was. And I think finding HCF. So let me find once. 92 and 140, it goes one time, boss. So 92 it will come, 8 here, and 48 will be remainder, and we have to dump this 92 here. Okay, and 48 twice 80, 96, so it will not go 48 twice, again 48 once, boss. 50, 42, 44 is the remainder. 44 is the remainder, and again 44, and we will be dumping 48 here. 44 one time it will go, so 4 will be the remainder. And అరే ఇక్కడ సరిపోతలేరా తమ్ముడు ఓకే ఓహో కూర్చో just a minute. So right, so we are getting 4 as HCF here. Now we'll have to take that 4 and we'll have to find for 58 also. 4 and 58, 4 and 58 by using 4 ones and 4 fours 60, 4 tens 40, 4 12s, 4 13s.
That's 48.
4 14s.
91 minus 43.
91 minus 43 ఎంత?
48.
Mistake చేసిన. Yes, 48. That's a mistake. Okay, so it's 48, guys. So 48 clearly goes with 4, so you can say 4 is the such greatest number. If you divide 43 by 4 and 91 by 4 and 183 by 4, you will get same remainder, boss. You will get same remainder. So now what we see is, after doing this kind of problem once by using this general way, I'll tell you, when you want same remainder, boss, and if you observe the options here, options are very small, right? So let's verify the options. You take 4 and divide with you divide 43 by 4 and check for the remainder, 91 by 4 and check for the remainder, and 183 by 4 and check for the remainder. See, the remainder will be same in each the cases, so you can say 4 will be your answer. So you go exactly reverse of this process. See, this is this process is general way of answering the question. Now we will be keeping this point in your mind when this kind of question comes. When same remainder question comes, general process is we have to find the difference between the numbers, and we will have to find the greatest number, that is HCF in that case. Or you take your option and you divide the given numbers and check whether 4 is giving same remainder, or 7 is giving same remainder, as 9 is giving same remainder. That will be your answer, boss. Okay, that will be your answer. I hope you understood. And this is you can consider type 2 model in LCM and HCF. So after listening this question, don't leave after going home. Just solve minimum 30 to 40 questions on LCM HCF, then you will get all these concepts in your mind, right? Any difficulties? Okay, now let's go to question number 2, my friends. Over here we have question number 2, and the answer for question number 2 is, చెప్పండి, question number 2 answer. The HCF of two numbers is 23, and other two factors of their LCM are 13 and 14 LCM factors. Okay, the larger of the two numbers is, we want larger number. The HCF of two numbers is 23, and other two factors of their LCM are 13 and 14. The larger of the two numbers is. The larger of the two numbers is, the HCF of two numbers is 23. Okay, 23A and 23B will be. And the two factors of LCM are 13 and 14. So question number 2, guys, I'm not getting idea here. Let me check. क्या हुआ यार? Oh, else. Oh my god, logic simple. The numbers are HCF into the factors. Shit. Okay, guys, here the logic is very simple. The HCF of the two numbers is 23, and the other two factors of LCM are, generally we have one rule. LCM factors are there, right? Oh. The rule is LCM into HCF is equal to product of numbers. This is one rule, product of numbers. So if you consider and see, LCM into HCF is equal to product of numbers. That is one rule. Okay. And when HCF is known to you, my friends, when HCF is known to you, you can consider LCM. See, if they says that two numbers are in this ratio 13 is to 14, then and their HCF is 23, two numbers are in this ratio 13 is to 14 and HCF is 23, then find the numbers. If this question also comes, then you can consider 13x comma 14x will be the numbers. This kind of concept I have explained in the ratios and proportions to the third years. And this x is nothing but HCF boss. So when ratio of the numbers are given, or when the factors of the numbers are given, then your factor into HCF will be one of the number boss. So keep that point in your mind. So your HCF into factor will be one of the number, and HCF into factor will be another number. So they are asking for the larger number, then larger number will be 23 into 14. Again, here comes, yesterday I hope I have explained you the cross product logic, right? So you can multiply 4 3 is 12, and you know 4 3 is 12. Just stop here, don't do the complete multiplication. If you observe the unit digits of the given options, option C is only having unit digit 2, so C will be your answer for this question. Clear? I repeat again, if the question is asked like this, two numbers are in the ratio 13 is to 14 and their HCF is 23, then in that case, boss, you will be considering that 13x comma 14x are the numbers, and this x is nothing but HCF of the given numbers. This is a valid point, boss. You can keep this point in your mind, and if you open any textbook, and you will find it over there. And if LCM's factors are given to you, then also you can consider 13x comma 14x, nothing but 13 into 23 and 14 into 23. So these two numbers are the required numbers, boss. So you can directly like this. Clear? Okay, now let me go to next question, question number 3 here. It's very easy, boss. Question number 3. 6 bells commence tolling together and toll at intervals of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12 seconds respectively. In 30 minutes, how many times do they toll together? This model is also very important. Toll at an interval of 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 and 12. You know, if they want to toll once again, boss, they will be tolling at the LCM of the given numbers, boss. This is the LCM problem. Okay, and you can see here 6 bells commence tolling together and toll at an interval of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. You have to find the LCM of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12, and tell me what is the LCM of 2, 4, 6, 8 and 12.
120, sir.
120. Okay, in 30 minutes, how many times do they if you observe this, my friends, 120 seconds. Actually, see, 6 bells are tolling together. First time 2 seconds key, next 4 seconds, next 6 seconds, like that 12 seconds. Next at 120 seconds they will be tolling, bus. 120 seconds, nothing but 2 minutes, right? So they will be tolling for after 2 minutes, and in 30 minutes how many times they will toll? 30 by 2 minutes, so 15 times they will toll in 30 minutes. So altogether 15 times they will toll. So this tolling type of problem and traffic light problem I have seen in the exams, was tolling this kind, and they will say traffic lights will be blinking at 2 minutes, 4 minutes, 6 minutes, like that. So like that also problem will be famous, was there you will be using the concept of LCM. Thank you, madam, here for helping. Right, I hope you understood this question, question number 3. Now I'm going to question number 4. Let n be the great array. మీకు వెయిట్ చేయాలన్నా మీరు కాపీ చేసేదాకా? Shall I have to wait? And even the session is also recorded, you can take it later, but do it better, copy it, boss, because we are discussing quants. We need to copy, we need to write on pen and paper. And fourth question, people can do it. Let n be the greatest number that will divide 1305 and this number and this number, leaving the same remainder in each case. Then sum of the digits of the n is. My friends, we have done this question. I think the first question, leaving the same remainder. So what we have to do, leaving the same remainder, means we have to find the difference between the numbers, and we have to find the HCF of the differences. There you will find the number, then you can tell the sum of the numbers. Here you cannot apply the shortcut, that is reverse going process. What we have done in first question will not be applicable, but general procedure has to be followed. Come on, you find the difference of the numbers and tell me the HCF. Concept is very clear, right? Come on, do it.
Four.
Oh yes, you got 4. So guys, we have to find the difference of the numbers, boss. You can you please tell me the differences of the numbers? Chase the late single, boss. Okay, not an issue, but I want to cover the problems. You can see fourth question answer over here. See guys, here is we have fourth question. See, next time I will try to prepare come with the PPT, but right now I was very busy. Okay, see the difference of the numbers. So 3360, 2240, and 5600 are the numbers was, and their HCF is 1120. Their HCF is 1120, and sum of the numbers is 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 0. So you have to keep that point in your mind when they are asking for a number which divides, which gives you same reminders. Then you will have to find the differences and you find the HCF of the results, right? And going to the next question. The product of the two numbers is 4107. If the HCF of these numbers is 37, then the greater number is. Guys, come on. See, you can just now we have used this property. Product of the two numbers is 4107. Oh my god. You please do this problem. Ba. Hmm. One minute, एक निमिष. You please do the. Okay, guys, here.
111.
111. Computer will verify your answer. Question number 5. 111. Question number 5. Yes, 111. నేను చేస్తే లేట్ అవుతుంది కదా, ఇక్కడే చెప్పడం బెటర్ ఏమో. ఓకే, సి గైస్, consider those two numbers as 37A and 37B. HCF, just now I told you, product of numbers is equal to, there is a rule was, that is product of numbers. If let us say we have two numbers x and y, we have two numbers x and y, then product of the numbers is equal to their LCM into HCF was. This is the rule. And here given the product of numbers is 4107, and if the HCF of these numbers is HCF is given by, so you can consider the numbers as 37A and some 37B. You can engage AB product. We are going to have the greater number is, we want greater number, and A and B should be co-primes here. Co-primes అంటే మీకు ఫస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లం దగ్గర we will have this point. Wait. You can observe here, my friends, factors. HCF, we are taking x and x, right? These numbers should be co-primes was. 13 and 14 are co-prime numbers whose HCF is 1. You can see co-primes. So co-primes, I think you know that 2 and 3 are co-primes. If you find the HCF of the given numbers, if the HCF is 1, then the numbers are called to be co-prime numbers. If the HCF of the given numbers is 1, then those numbers are called by the co-prime numbers. So here A and B, here A and B are the co-prime numbers. So you can see over here, you can multiply both of them, 37A and 37B, right? That must be equal to 4107. So here A and B should be co-primes, because that logic is valid when A and B are co-primes only. And co-primes is nothing but the numbers whose HCF is 1. And you can consider the co-prime numbers as 1, 3. So the required numbers will be that you can take A as 1 and B as 3. So 37 into 1 and 37 into 3 will be the required numbers. So this 111 is the required answer here. 37A. And here you can take question number 6 here. Three numbers are in the ratio 3:4:5 and their LCM is 2400. Their HCF is, they are asking for HCF. And you know, you do one thing. General answer for this question is you can consider the numbers as 3x, 4x and 5x. 3x, 4x and 5x. So the numbers are 3x, 4x and 5x. Okay. And their LCM is 2400. LCM is 2400. And you know,
40.
HCF 40 na 3 don't divide kaduga. Three numbers are in the ratio 3:5 and their LCM is 2400. So the వీటికి LCM find out చేయండి boss. 3, 4, 5 కి LCM find out చేసి wait, 12, 60, 60 is the LCM here. So 60x, you can see that 60x is the LCM. And you can equate those 60x with 2400 because that is given as the LCM, right? From there you can get the value 40. X has 40, but what is he asking? HCF is 40 is the answer because you know LCM ki ratio poste boss, you can consider 3x, 4x, 5x as the numbers, but this x will be a HCF. Just now also I told you. Here I told you the property. When 13 numbers are in the ratio 13:14 and you take one multiple and that multiple x will be your HCF. I told you while solving this problem number 2. So this x is HCF here. You can directly say 40 is your answer. ఇది యాక్చువల్గా ఇవి మీకు అర్థం కావాలంటే ఐ థింక్ కొందరు ఎల్సిఎం హెచ్సిఎఫ్ ఐడియా ఉన్న వాళ్ళు యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ఇట్ బాస్. బట్ ఫర్ ఫ్రెషర్స్ యూ జస్ట్ కీప్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇన్ యువర్ మైండ్ అండ్ యూ టేక్ ఏ స్టాండర్డ్ టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ అండ్ యూ solve boss, you will find this logic over there, then you will confirm that logic and that will be placed in your brain, right? Oh, now we go to the question number 7. Question number 7, unit digit finding, a big story. My god, for third years I have clearly explained this unit digit finding boss. Unit digit finding key, let me tell you quickly. Okay, we are going to find unit digit boss. Please listen carefully. Unit digit. Okay, now tell me, please note and tell me what is the unit digit in this number. What is the unit digit in this number? Can you please tell me? If you do the multiplication and what will be the unit digit? Please come again.
0, sir.
0. Exactly, madam. Unit digit will be coming from unit digit. So you take unit digit like this boss. So I will be taking unit digit and I will be multiplying boss. My number will be 0 because 5 4 is 20 and 2 will be carried, that will be added to 10's digit over here, right? So unit digit will be coming from unit digit. Unit digit concept is very important because in simplifications we use unit digit also. I think in one of the problem I didn't multiply, there was a product like this, I didn't multiply it completely, I just found the unit digit and I guessed the answer in that one. So unit digit finding is very important. Let me write one more thing over here. Can you please tell me what is the unit digit here? 2 power 34. And what is the unit digit here? What is the unit digit here? For 2 power 34, what is the unit digit? First tell me what is the unit digit for 5 square? It's of course 25. So 5. For 5 cube, it's 125. So for here also unit digit 5. And 2 power 34.
6, sir.
You are getting 6. Good. Now, my friends, I'll tell you, there are three, you can consider rules or points to remember here was. The points I'll write here, you make a note of them. The points are, see, we have categorized the numbers into three categories. One category is 2, 3, 7, 8. Second category is 4 and 9. Third category is 0, 1, 5, 6 was. And we will be trying to find we will be keeping the powers to these numbers, and we will be trying to find the unit digits over here. Okay. And we have a pattern, and we will be checking that pattern here. Please draw along with me. And for 4, it's very easy. Okay, guys. Now let me take here. So I will be writing, see, I will be writing powers here: 0 power 1, 0 power 2, 0 power 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, these are the powers, boss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are the powers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are powers, boss. Okay, and we will be filling with the unit digits in the boxes. Okay, now 0 power 1, it's 1. 0 square, I think 0 power 1, what is the unit digit? Anything power 0 will be 1, but 0 power 1 or 0 power infinity will be 0. So same digit will be coming, right? So unit digit, whenever 0 comes in your multiplication or any problem, and if you multiply with any number, then your unit digit will be 0 was. That thing you will know practically. And 1 power 1 unit digit 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 unit digit 1. 5 power 1 unit digit 5, 5 square 25 unit digit 5, 5 cube 125 unit digit 5. So 5, 5, 5. So 5 power anything will give you 5. Again 6 power 1, 6, 6 square 36, 6 unit digit. 6 cube 2, 1, 6, 6 unit digit. You keep on multiplying, then you will have same unit digit, boss. Wait, I'll call you back. How much? Okay, guys. So my dear friends, let's go to this 4. So we have 4, and 4 power 1 is 4, and 4 square 16, we have 6, and 4 cube. Similarly, boss, when you do this, you will have 4, 6, 4, 6 goes on. 9 power 1, 9, 9 square 81. You will have 9, 1, 9, 1 goes on. So here, if you observe, my friends, 4 power odd number will give you 4, and 9 power even number will give you 9. Similarly, 4 power even number will give you 6, and 9 power odd number will give you 1, boss. 9 power odd number will give you 1. This is the observation which you have to keep in your mind here. Now let us go to this important one, boss. Now tell me, what are the unit digits here?
248624.
Yes, 2486 will come again. 2486 will come. Just a second, guys. So guys, 2 power 1, it's 2, 2 square 4, 2 cube 8, right? So like this, 2486 will come. And when you observe for 3 power 1, 3, 3 square 9, and 3 into 9, 27, 3 into 7, 21, again 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 3, 9. So 3971 will come. I'm writing the unit digits directly. Coming to the 7, 7 power 1, 7, 7 square 49, 9, 9 sevens, 3, 3 sevens 21. So 7931 will come, 7931 will come. So whatever will come here, those will come here, 7931, but coming in reverse. Okay, but here you observe one pattern. Even same thing happens with 8. Even you observe one pattern. The pattern is, my dear friends, after every fourth power, the same digits are repeating. 2486, 3971, 7931, the same digits are repeating, right? So after every fourth power for these 2378, the same digits are repeating. So I can answer like this. See, when 2 power 34 is there, so I will see how many such 4 powers are there. See, after every fourth power that is happening, right? So you take the power and you divide it with 4. So you will know how many such cycles are there. This 1, 2, 3, 4 will become one cycle. So how many such cycles are there? So you can see here clearly 4 8s are 32. So 8 such cycles are there. That means if you keep on increasing 2 power 34, a big number will come. But the unit digits will be this one only. 1, 2, 2486, 2486. These will repeat. So there are 8 cycles are there, and still we have 2 as the remainder, because 4 8s are 32 and 2 as the remainder. So you keep this remainder and you write down the remainder here. 2 oh, 2 power 2, and 2 power 2, your unit digit is 4. 2 square is 4, so your unit digit is 4 for this case. So what we have to do is simply whatever the power is there, you divide the power with 4 and you write down the remainder to the power of the given number. For 2378 only, this logic is valid for 2378 only, and you check the unit digit which comes over there. This is how we find the unit digit, right? And guys, it's already time అయిపోయింది. I'm still sitting in the college. We'll try to solve 4 to 5 more questions and end the session. Okay, clear? You got a unit digit, how we are going to find unit digit? But you have to keep these points in your mind. You have to keep this point in your mind. You take a screenshot, you keep on writing along with me, you do anything, but you keep these points in your mind, right? Let me go to the questions now. I kept those points in your mind. Okay, here the question is 3 power 65. 3 power 65, okay. 6 power 59. Clearly I can write here 3 power 65. So 2378, that is one category, so you can take 65 divided by 4. So 4 ones 4, 25 is there, 4 6 24, right? So 1 is the remainder. You can write down 3 power 1. I am directly writing, my friends. Okay, this I have done here. And 6 power 59, you know clearly, for 0 1 5 6 power anything will give you 6, right? 7 power 71, 2378, right? So again take 71. I'm writing here, again take 71 and divide 4 with 4. That is rule number 1. Okay. So you can see 4 4 ones are 4 30, 4 sevens are 28. So 3 is the remainder, so you can take 3 is the remainder. So 7 power 3 will be there, and from the table you can say 7 power 3 is nothing but a 3. So the unit digit is 3. Or you can, if you don't remember the table also, you can write down like this. See, 7 square 49. So 7 power 2 means 9. 7 power 3 means we have to multiply once again with 7 loss. So you will get 3 as the unit digit in this place. So here the unit digit is 3. Okay, the total unit digit is 3 into 6 into 3. Now 3 3s are 9, and 9 6 54. So 4 is your unit digit in this case. So this is how we answer unit digit question. I hope you understood this. Okay, we'll take one more question also. This is the basic concept was, then you can apply for question number 8. Question number 9 I will tell you, this is somewhat tricky. Question number 8 again same, 4 and 6, 4 power even, 4 power 1 is 4, 4 square is a 16, so 4 power even, so 6 here plus 6 power anything will be giving 6 plus 8 power, again 8 means we have to divide it with 4, then it's 4 we have to divide it with 4, right? So here we have 66, right? 66 divided by 4, 4 ones 4, 26, 24 will go, so 2 is the remainder, then 8 is square, 8 is square, 4 will be the unit digit here, because 2 reminders, so I am keeping 2 directly here, 8 power 2, okay, and 4 power odd will be giving you 4, and this one is 1 plus 1 is there, so these are the unit digits and plus 1, you can see unit digits plus 1, 4 4 8 8 plus 1 9, okay, 9 plus 6 12, 2 should be the answer. See, unit digit again, you can find the sum, 6 plus 6 12, 12 plus 4 16, 20 21, so total sum is 21 and unit digit is 1, so 1 kada 2 kada was 1, so 1 is your answer. So unit digit is 1 bus. You can clearly do them later, but understand the process. And question number 9 is tricky bus. Tricky means very easy. See, you have to write the value of 1 factorial, that is 1, 2 factorial 2, 3 factorial 6, 4 factorial. 4 factorial is how much? 24 plus 5 factorial, 5 into 24, that is 120, 5 to 100, okay, 120 plus 6 factorial, 6 into 120 was, it will come as 720, 600, yes, 720. And if you keep on observing like this, each and every factorial after 5 factorial will be having 0 in the units place. So from here, all the numbers up to 100 factorial are going to have 0 in their units place. So we will be deciding the units place by just doing the sum here. 4 plus 6 is 10, and 10, 12, 13. So 3 should be coming in the units place. Clear? Question number 9 clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And after that, my friends, question number 10. ఏం చేద్దాం, మీకు అందరికి ఏదైనా వాట్సాప్ గ్రూప్ ఉందా బాస్? అంటే అట్లీస్ట్ ఐ కుడ్ హ్యావ్ షేర్డ్ దిస్. Okay, you might be having different WhatsApp group. I think that's a bad idea. Let's move, guys. We have question number 10.
You can share in Microsoft Team file, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Oh, if that is possible, I will share. We have question number 10 here. And one thing, initially, just guide me. Initially, I tried to tell you divisibility rules, and the divisibility rules took me around 5 to 10 minutes, and we are lost those 5 to 10 minutes. Now, shall I directly dump into the question and its concept? See, when we discussed this unit digit, we have discussed unit digit concept, and we are solving the problems. Shall we go question and its concept and answer? First concepts and later questions. Generally in my class, I will be introducing concepts first, later I will be going to the questions. But I want to be somewhat different to you, because I want to discuss more number of questions here. So you tell me which way to follow, whether to discuss concepts first and questions later, or we can go this method. We have question number 10, and the related concept of that question number 10 will be explained.
First concepts and then questions, sir.
ఇక్కడ పెద్ద ప్రాబ్లం ఏంటంటే, ఓకే మేడం, విల్ గో లైక్ దట్ ఓన్లీ ఫ్రమ్ నెక్స్ట్ డే. ఓకే. Okay, not issue. First concept, then questions. We have a question number 10. A and B are two distinct digits. If the sum of the two digits numbers formed by using both the digits is perfect square, what is the value of A plus B? This is also tricky question because you do it. I'm going to the next question. Of course, I will share the solution sheet also. Don't worry. Next question is question number 11. If the number 48327 star 8 is divisible by 11, then the missing digit is, that is the question, boss. And for this you need to know 11 divisibility rule, and I haven't discussed 11 divisibility rule with you, and I'll discuss the rule here. The thing is, boss, 11 divisibility rule says that we need to find the subtraction, but subtraction you can see over here I'm directly doing. 11 divisibility rule says find the sum of the alternate numbers, boss. Find the sum of the alternate numbers. So let me find the sum. 8 plus 7 15, 15 plus 3 18, 18 plus 4 22. So 22 is the sum of the alternate numbers, or you can say find the sum of the numbers which are present in even places. Let me write here, sum of digits, sum of digits which are placed in even. Here you can clearly see, right, odd places digits sum, that is 22, minus I have to find even places digit sum. Let me take star 2, 2 plus 8 10. So it is 10 plus star, boss. Let me take that as x. Okay, generally if you find odd places sum minus even places sum, or vice versa, you can write in any way. If you find odd places sum minus even places sum, if the result is 0 or 11 or any 11 multiple, then you can say that the given number is divisible by 11, boss. See what we have to do, we have to find the odd places sum. Odd numbers kaadu, please make a note, odd places sum. So whatever the digits present in the odd places, their sum minus even places sum, that must give you 0 or 11 multiple, then you can say the given number is divisible by 11, boss. So let me apply the same rule here. The thing is 22 minus 10 plus x, it should be equal to 0. Okay, then we will get the value of x here, because if it is 0 or 11, then we will be getting the value of x. Then you can say 22 minus 10. If you bring x to the right hand side, that will become plus x. But x is equal to 12. X should be one digit, right? Something we are missing. Okay, we'll verify the answer here. Let's substitute. Our logic is this result should be 0. This has to be 0. Now put option 5 here and check whether it is happening 0 or not. Option 5 not happening, right? It's 22 now. 8 and 8 15, 15 plus 3 18, 18 plus 4 22, right? So then the missing digit we want star 2 8 10 correctly. X cannot be 12, right? Options లేకపోతే
సార్ 1 సార్
one
సార్ అక్కడ అవును సార్ 12 minus 1 11 డివైడబుల్ అయ్యింది కదా సార్
కరెక్ట్ మనం అన్ని ఆప్షన్స్ సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేయలేదు కదా 5 సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేసినాం బాస్ and that is not happening. You can substitute 3 2 and you can substitute 1. So 22 నేను 5 నే పట్టుకొని కూర్చొని ఆలోచిస్తున్నారు ఏమైంది పోయి. ఓకే, సో హియర్ 22. Okay, you substitute in the place of x, my friends. Array, what's happening?
Sir, we can equate it to 11 multiple.
We can equate it to 11 multiple. Then you will get a x value directly. When you are equating to 0, you are not having the option directly. So you can equate it to 11. Then you will get x value directly. That will be coming as 1. You can see 22. It's the result is 22 minus 10. That is 12. And x has come to this side. 11 plus x. You bring to left this side. 11 this side. Then x will be 1. Right, you can do that, or you can substitute options also in this condition, but this thing should be remembered. Okay, now how many zeros of boss? Zeros again, another concept boss. This is question number 12. Number of trailing zeros. This is also important concept boss. I hope I will be closing with this question number 12. As one of our friends said to share the sheet, you guide me where to share in the Microsoft Teams. I will share you that. So number of zeros will be, generally boss, 0 will be coming when 5 into 2 is there in the given product boss. When 5 into 2 will be there in the given product, then 5 2 is 10. So 1 0 will be coming coming in the product boss. So if you can calculate, there is 1 0, you can, there is 2 0, 3 zeros, 4 zeros, like that you can calculate, tell. But what about 65 and 35 and 25? There it will be somewhat difficult was. So my idea is, in the given entire product, I will be searching for the pair of 5 and 2 was. So how it is possible when finding number of zeros? How it is possible is, you have to convert the given numbers in the pair of 5 and 2 was. So let me convert. This 10 can be written as 5 into 2 into, it can be written as 5 into 5 into, it can be written as 5 sevens, and it can be written, next 40 can be written as 5 eights. Next 50 can be written as 5 tens was, 5 tens, and 60 can be written as 5 into 12, and 65 can be written as 5 into 13. Okay, again further split it was, let me write on this here. 5 into 2, 5 into 5, 5 into 7, we cannot split here, but here we can split. Okay, I'm splitting from here. Okay, 5 into 8 can be written as 5 into 2 into it can be written as 5 into 2 into 2, right? So how many 5s? See, my main idea is to find 5 comma 2 pairs was. Again, just a minute guys. హలో, వస్తున్నాను, నేను వచ్చేదాకా సంపకున్నాను. ఓకే, అండ్ here you have 5 into 10, right? So 5 into 10 can be written as 5 into it's 5 into 2. Okay, now we have 5 into 12, right? 5 into 12, it can be, we need to write in terms of 2, right? 5 into 2 into 6. 6 can also be written as 2 into 3. Array pen mancha ratledu boss, and please adjust today. And we have 5 into 13. 5 into 13 aithe possible kada boss. 13 cannot be splitted in terms of 5 and 2, right? Now how many 5s are there, you can calculate. So here you calculate how many 5s are there here and here. So how many 5s are there? 1 2 3 4 4 5 6 7 8 8 5s are there boss. So I'm noting 8 5s are there. And now we have to check how many 2s are there. 1 here, 2 3 4 5 6 7 7 2s are there, my friends. 7 2s are there. And I told you 1 5 comma 2 pair will give you 1 0, because 5 into 2 is 0, right? So I have 7 2s and 5 8s, right? So I can make 7 pairs of 5 comma 2 bars. So I can make in this complete product 7 pairs of 5 comma 2. From there I can clearly say there are 7 zeros will be there. This concept is called by number of trailing zeros. And I request you, I think I have almost covered 3 concept over here, and you are very clear, right, with this concept?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And next concept, what we have, divisibility problems only we have. Whatever I thought I have. Yes, 20. So unit concept. So whatever concept I have written in the starting of the class, I taught them, all of them. Now it's the time to end, my dear friends. There are 48, 6 left. Now tell me where to add this file. You said me, you suggested me, I can add somewhere. Can you please tell me where I can add?
Adding chat box, sir.
Oh, directly I can add in chat box.
Sir, go to that team. In that files you can add, sir.
Just a second. Let me connect the mouse. Oh, let me close the recording also.